Hello. So remember I told you that I was going to come back and tell you all about the whalers. So I went to a library, and I can't disclose where it was because I don't want them to go and hide the books that I've been reading. So anyway, the Holy Spirit led me to this book that had over probably about 200 or 300 pages. But I put my finger in and opened up to page 90. And look what I saw. And it says, blacks had long been active in the whaling industry, supplying a much needed skilled labor force. This is from the Long Island whaling ship. And then on the same page, it had the same picture, and it reads, Sag Harbor was a flourishing, sea-oriented community in a major whaling port. So, what is Sag Harbor? In the Hamptons. It says, Sag Harbor is known as a historically black community in the Hamptons, particularly in the Sam subdivision, Sag Harbor, Hills, Azores, and Nineveh, which was a part of Asher, the tribe of Asher, that helped the Assyrians. And you know Jonah that went to tell them the message that Yahweh had sent him. It says, Sag Harbor became a major port for the whaling industry and the processing and sale of this oil. By 1789, Sag Harbor had more tons of square-rigged vessels engaged in commerce than even New York City. It had become an international whaling port. It says that Sag Harbor, Long Island, was Long Island's first whalemen were Indians who ventured offshore in dugout canoes. Remember the dugout canoes that they displayed over at the Mystic Seaport Museum a couple of years ago? I have a picture of me in one of those dugout canoes. Because, see, the ports were all over this country. Ports, you know, like the Indian blacks were known for being at the ports. Even today, down in Baltimore, everywhere, the ports, the ancient mariners, the whalers, the ancient seamen, okay? And so it says that the early English colonists followed their example and soon turned to the whaling industry as well. And it says that, you know, the original whaling regulations date from 1644, okay? And commercial companies were chartered by 1650. So I don't know how all that happened if we only got here in 1619. Okay, and it says that in Southampton and East Hampton, Indian crews often enlisted for the winter. So that's all I'm going to tell you right now because I'm out of time. But come back and find out what Nineveh is all about. In Psalm 83, it says, cut them off from being a nation and take the kingdom of Yahweh's people into captivity. Thank you.